Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel that loves a challenge. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I am doing pretty slightly sick myself, but, you know, that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. My throat hurts, that's about it. We'll get started here momentarily. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow, all of that good stuff helps the channel grow. And for all of you returning viewers, thank you once again for taking the time out of your day to come see me. I think all my stuff is set up on my side. I may just need to go ahead and get one or two things done. But I'll be right back with you all in just about a minute. So please stand by. Actually, I think we're good. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little, if I'm not as loud as I normally would be. Clearly, I'm not experiencing the greatest of throat situations right now, so I'm going to be a little quieter than usual. Alright, where are we right now? Just healed up, I think, right? Alright, so let me look up my rival battle, see if I can get that done right now, or if I need to wait. This first rival, second rival, St. Anne, Pokemon Tower, Silph.co, Route 22. So his Pokemon are about level 50. My only concern would be his Alakazam, which Psychic just doesn't have any things I can do with it. So I don't know. The rest of it I can pretty much handle, but that one Alakazam is the problem. So. Let's just go grind. No reason not to. At this point, you guys know the drill. I think most of these Pokemon can take out most of the stuff in here. I think aside from stuff on like the upper floors. No, we're not gonna. No. Let's just make our way to the top here. I have no light moves to use with Turbo Nerd anymore. Thunderbolt is, I think, the lightest of moves I can use on anything. So. Let me see what we're sitting at. 8,000. Alright. It's time to grind. Should just be able to, I think, Thunderbolt for most of my stuff here. We'll save the Hyper Beams for the Hyper Beams and Hydro Pumps for the Evolve stuff. No Vulpix, though. So we'll Thunderbolt anything that isn't a fire type. And then I guess when we run out of Thunderbolts, we'll Surf. Then we'll run out of those, we'll Hydro Pump or Hyper Beam. Then once it's out of moves, we'll just switch out. That way we can make some effective grinding while we're here. Yeah, this should be the last, I think, Pokemon Mansion is my last grinding area. So once we get through here, once we get everybody up to 60, we'll make our way over to the Elite Four. Woke up this morning, haven't been able to stop smiling. You've been up since 6. Sounds like you've had a pretty good day. What's up? Also, I apologize if I'm not that loud. I am sick. My throat is, it feels super dry and it's hard to swallow. But I can still talk, just not very loudly. This is probably from taking care of Luff the other day. We'll put this to represent how sick I feel. So change the name of my messenger. She just gave me a special note to locale, which means injecting something from Skyrim. Oh. That sounds pretty nice. I'm wishing the best for you. You sound tired? Were you up all night playing Ark again? No. As I was saying, I'm sick. I'm not tired, I'm just sick. I can't speak too loudly, so if I sound like I'm a little quiet, just let me know. But yeah, I am sick right now, so... Yeah, I woke up with this god-awful dry throat this morning. It just hurts to swallow, so... But we're here. We've got grinding to do. Illness shall not stop me from my charge. Right? Hey, welcome back. How are you doing today? My apologies if I am not like the loudest or anything right now. I am sick, so I can't exactly pump out my full diaphragm and give you guys. I mean, I could, but it would hurt. I could definitely go ahead and pump out all the voices, but it would definitely hurt. Well, all the better get wishes, no problem. Sound got right now. Keep it low, and his friend is sleeping right next to me. She's a pretty late sleeper. Gotcha. You know, just sick. I woke up this morning with a terribly sore throat, and I don't really know what happened or where it came from or anything. So I'm kind of just like, what even is this? But yeah, I'm okay otherwise. So what's the Thanos challenge? Alright, let me cue you. Let me finish off this Pokemon really quick, and we'll fill you in on the basics of all of this here. So, the Thanos challenge is my personal take on something called the Pokemon Gauntlet. Somebody went ahead and theory crafted this idea of what if you played through the entirety of the Pokemon mainline games with with Nuzlocke rules attached to it. I don't believe anybody has finished it yet. I'm pretty sure there's nobody who's finished the Pokemon Gauntlet because it is insanely long, it is very difficult, and it requires you to not lose a single battle, because otherwise you have to start from you have to start over, right? But the Thanos challenge is my take on it. So if I end up failing on any part of the Pokemon Gauntlet, I have to start over from the very, very, very beginning. The reason it's called the Thanos thing is because we're gathering up all of the stones, just like they did for the Infinity Stones and everything. So we're gathering up the badges, taking our elite team to fight whatever the big bad is at everything, and yeah, it's called the Pokemon Gauntlet, which is the original name of the challenge. So I thought that the Thanos lock sounded like a fun way to go ahead and do it. It has your standard Nuzlocke rules, the most basic of stuff, because this is my first Nuzlocke, so believe it or not, I came into this near completely blind, not knowing shit about Nuzlocks and stuff, and it's been fun so far. A little tiresome sometimes when I have to like do massive grinding, but so yeah, we're in blue version right now. Yellow comes after this, and it's not just one game per generation, it's every mainline game. So there are 34 currently in total. We are only on number 2 with I think 30 something hours in, but yeah. There's only a couple of modifications that I have currently on my side. Number 1 is the amendment to add the duplicate rule, which I think is pretty standard for most Nuzlocke runs. Where if you encounter a Pokemon that you have a generation of already, you can't go ahead and capture that. It doesn't count against your encounters, so it's possible to go ahead and manipulate certain routes by catching certain Pokemon to only be able to get what you need on certain routes. Otherwise, we'd have dead routes all over the place with like Pidgeys and Rattatas popping up all the time. And the second amendment rule is that if there is a location that has multiple areas, such as the good example being the Safari Zone, I have a coin that I flip, and if, depending on which side comes up, whether heads or tails and which side we've determined, will give me either one encounter for the entire area, or will give me one encounter per area. So, like, in the Safari Zone, it's divided into 4 sections. If I were to flip heads, and get the multiple encounters, it means that every area of the Safari Zone would count for an encounter. If I were to go ahead and flip up Teos, it means I get one encounter in the entire area, or in the entire zone. So that's about my own personal modification to this, is that whole coin flip thing. Other than that, gift Pokemon are fine, but they do still count against my my captures and stuff. So yeah, welcome on in to probably one of the longest Nuzlocks you are going to see in a very, 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 very long time. I can imagine there are Nuzlocks that have probably gone on longer just because of how difficult they are, but I can't imagine a Nuzlocke that is going to encounter. This is going to take at least a year, probably at the minimum. That's assuming I get it through first time without any resets or anything. There is also another, I guess, rule. I wouldn't even say it's rule. It's not even really associated with the Nuzlocke itself. But I will be putting up at some point a thing where people can reset the gauntlet if they would like, but it's not going to be cheap. I think it's going to be set at like $100 a game. So the further I get in, the more expensive it gets to reset the gauntlet. Yeah, other than that, I guess I'll give you the whole spiel. I usually tend to broadcast Monday through Sunday, so feel free to pop in. Occasionally I'll have to take a day off. I usually try and post that on, like, my YouTube or whatnot, or Twitter, and tell people, hey, you know, I gotta take a day off for insert whatever reason here, but majority of the time you can find me here about 7 days a week. My normal broadcast times are like 3 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the weekends, I tend to start a little bit earlier. But, yeah, welcome aboard. I also may not be the most entertaining. When I get to, I think, Generation 3, you're probably going to start seeing the really entertaining stuff, since I've only played Generation 1, 2, and 5. So I am in for a world of not knowing what the fuck to do once I get past Gold and Silver Gen. Hey, thank you for the follow. Always appreciate seeing new people. Don't ever feel pressured to stay long or anything else. I know some of my spots can be really boring. The Pokemon Mansion grind right before the Elite Four is painfully long. Nobody likes watching it. So, yeah, it's literally just me doing this for hours and hours on end, because the Pokemon Mansion is the safest place that I can go to grind without risking any of my Pokemon. We also have one last slot open in our team. That's probably going to be for Moltres, which is probably going to be promptly thrown in as a sacrifice against something. I hate to say it, but, like, the legendary birds are not... They're not that great for my team. I think I can tank through the Elite Four with the majority of, like, 3 or 4 Pokemon in my team. My current setup is more than enough to handle it right now. Turbo Nerd, who is our resident Gyarados, whatever you pronounce it, you know, sandwich flying thing. Pretty solid. Thunderbolt, Surf, Hyper Beam, Hydro Pump, does what it needs to do. Dumbass. I'm so mad it got named that, but whatever. It's our Lapras. The attack and defense stat are very solid. Its speed is obviously not very up there, but it makes up for it with its special. Body Slam and Ice Beam are pretty much going to be the main reasons I use this thing. Ice Beam is hella strong. Plus the fact that what's got a 30%, 10% chance to freeze or something like that means it could really turn the tide of battle. So, Drillburt, who I didn't ever expect to take a Fearow to the Elite Four, but in Red version, I took the Fearow to the Elite Four, and it straight up hammered everything. It was so good. So, I have learned that Drillburt needs a spot on the team. So Fearow's coming with us. Peck, Fly, Drill Peck, Fury Attack. Drill Peck and Fly are probably going to be the only things that get used once it gets to the Elite Four. D's Nuts. Once again, another Pokemon that has been named in glorious fashion by the chat. Headbutt, Body Slam. Double Edge is going to get replaced with Hyper Beam, which I think is learned at level 58 or something like that. As strong as Double Edge can be, the problem is that the revenge damage that comes from it, the double edge damage that comes from it. I don't want to risk Snorlax getting knocked out. This is the Pokemon that has been almost knocked out several times during my playthrough. So if I give it any edge where it may get knocked out, it probably will. So we're not even going to risk it. And then Uwu, who is our resident Psychic user, the Kadabra, with that phenomenal 187. That's going to be like 190 by the time we're done. I think I'll just level it up regularly. Its levels are pretty fast. There's no reason to not just level it. So, yeah. Psychic, Confusion, Recover, Psybeam. Pretty standard par. But yeah, this is pretty much the team here. The last thing that's missing is either something to jump in the way of the other Pokemon, or another Pokemon to round it out. And since Moltres is going to be on the way to the Elite Four, I think that's what we'll do. We'll slot in Moltres, because even if something happens to Moltres and it ends up dying, I mean, I'm not that worried. It'll give my Pokemon the chance to recover, which is really what matters. I take a very analytical and slow approach to this. I'm sure there are probably people who could do it at level 54 and whatnot and continue from there. But I take no risks. I cannot, with the way that the Thanos lock is designed, I can't take the risks that would normally be associated with it, because, you know, normally if somebody did a Nuzlocke and they ended up failing, they would have to go back. They would just start the game over. I cannot afford to just start the game over. I will have to start all the way back in Red version, so... No Vulpixes, they're not worth the Pokemon power. My choices are Surf or Hyper Beam it, so... So, you got any big plans there today, Dylan? Also, Reggie, you got any big plans either? Jesus. Longest been without an encounter. Oh, no, that's not true. I once went on the floor with like a full 2 minutes without encounter on the first floor. Vulpix, are you serious? Can you leave me alone, Vulpix? Baking cookies? Oh shit, that sounds so good. What kind of cookies are you baking? I personally am in love with, like, soft sugar cookies. It's really weird because, like, chocolate chip are good cookies. I remember once somebody made a chocolate chip and raisin cookie. That was the worst. And they just kind of, like, threw them into a box, so you had no idea what was chocolate chip and what was raisin, and come to find out that all of it was chocolate chip and raisin. My personal favorites, I like soft sugar cookies. Not like Walmart super powdery soft, but like sugar cookies that they look like they could be hard, but to grab them and they turn out to be soft. Yeah, flexible, I guess. And then peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter cookies, oh, those two are my favorite types of cookies. I'm not big so much on chocolate, and I know it's kind of like sacrilege to say that, but like, I don't know, I am just not a fan of chocolate. I give everybody my chocolate stuff, so yeah, when I was a kid, trick-or-treating was very fun because I would just take all the candy I got and sell it off the next day because all of it was chocolate and I didn't want any of it. Alright, all we've got are surfs and hyper beams left, so... I like the soft sugar cookies like you, and an oatmeal chocolate chip. Oatmeal is pretty good. It's a cookie? Yeah. I don't know, I think it's kind of hard to not like a cookie. Like, money moves. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like not like a cookie. I can't think of any cookie that I would dislike. Ginger snaps are great. Like, they're not top of my list, but I know they're pretty good. Let's see, sugar cookies, peanut butter, oatmeal, chocolate chip are okay. Raisins are fine, but raisin oatmeal is good. Not just like regular dough raisin. There we go, 55, 75, 14, okay. Alright, you deserve your rest. You've gotten your levels in. Snickerdoodles are okay. I mean, I didn't even know, like, Snickerdoodles were an actual cookie. I thought that was, like, some shit that, like, Girl Scouts had come up with. Those powdery sugar cookies with the frosting on top are garbage. They're so sweet, they make you sick. I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's, whenever I say sugar cookies, that's usually what people think of. And I'm just like, I don't know. That's not it. Like, they're not terrible, but they're just not great cookies. I remember one of my exes and I, that used to be a thing. We call them sex cookies, because that used to just be our go-to food. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from, but it just was, so... I think it's because I brought them over as a present once. She was like, oh, can I get some cookies? And I brought those over, and then it just became the thing, that cookies, and yeah. But yeah, they are definitely trash. Not a good cookie. 3 out of 10. Their redeeming qualities come from the fact that they are at least cookies. Came out perfect. That crusty outside and chewy middle. Ah, that is 100% perfect. I'm trying to think of, like, what would be a bad cookie? Like, obviously those sugar, those don't really count. I feel like they're just more manufactured that way. But, like, what would be a bad cookie? Oh, maybe like a chili cookie or something like that? Like a savory cookie, a spicy savory cookie. Yeah. I think that would be a bad cookie. I think it's really hard to go wrong with muffins, too. Just baked goods in general, I feel like, are very difficult to go ahead and screw up. Oatmeal raisin? Is that what you feel is the worst cookie? I don't mind oatmeal raisin. I think oatmeal raisin is a good combination. But I also like raisins, so... I just think, like, chocolate chip and raisins really ruin the flavor. Also, like, I feel like cranberry is not a good... Cranberry is not a good fruit to put in a cookie. I mean, it's okay in a muffin, but I feel like in a cookie, there's just certain things that you shouldn't put in there. My personal favorite baked good ever is cheesecake. I make a pretty bomb cheesecake. My dad, when he was a kid, he used to work in this little bakery up in New York. And he used to go ahead and sweep there and stuff like that. And he managed to get a recipe from... Can I body slam my way? Let's see. Same or pie? Yeah. Fuck. I can't body slam my way through it yet. Please don't be poisoned. Oh. Almost got poisoned for my own stupidity. But yeah, my dad got this recipe from the bakery, and that's the recipe we've been using to this day, is that same recipe that he got as a kid. And it is probably, like, I'm really not trying to brag when I say this, but it is the best fucking cheesecake I've ever had. Oh yeah, sure thing, sure thing. Yeah, we should be able to body slam through these grimers, so that's good. Just not the level 34, 35 ones. I'm just glad I don't have to waste my body slams anymore. Because I gotta one-shot most of these spawns that come up. Otherwise, I'm gonna get poisoned, and then we're gonna have to leave. Hey, welcome, Ramon. If I am not too loud today, I apologize. I am slightly sick, so I cannot go ahead and give, like, I can't give the normal, like, loud, super enthusiastic voice I normally would. I just figured I'd go ahead and let you know. How was your weekend? You got any big plans? The 35 grimers have to be, they've got to be ice beamed. I can't body slam them, unfortunately. I just don't have enough attack stat for it. I think the funniest part is I have really not encountered any fire types. Mm, 34 coughing, I'm gonna have to ice beam that too. A lot of Pokemon I would prefer not to ice beam than I have to. They're trying to get rid of all my ice beams. They realize my plan, that I am helpless against them. Excuse me. I think I can actually take on these mucks with an ice beam, just because my special is so high. We're officially out of hydro pumps. So we're gonna have to ice beam the big guys now. I'm glad the third floor's encounter rates are better than the first floor. Just having to walk back and forth constantly, not seeing a Pokemon encounter. Man. And then I get bullshit like these Vulpix that keep popping up. If I had a fifth move, I wouldn't mind using it on those Vulpix, but I do not. I think we're gonna have to body slam these boys. Oh, okay. I guess I could take on the level 35 Grimers with body slams now. Must have been that last push I needed to see if the coughings can go out. Probably not, but yep. Alright, so coughings will still have to be ice beamed. Or maybe I can surf the coughings. That might also work. Alright, what are we looking at? 9,000? 7. Okay, 7 shouldn't take too long. Yeah, the only reason why Victory Road isn't a good choice is because Victory Road has a very asymmetrically large amount of Pokemon that can use self-destruct. And I don't need some random self-destruct obliterating my team before I go in for the Elite Four. I have a couple backup Pokemon that I think I could use, but like that's kind of in case something happens. Let's try the Surf, see if it takes it out. Okay, so Surf will take it out. What always gets me is when you're in a super dry location and your Pokemon uses Surf. How does that happen? Are they just producing the water from their own body? Are they harvesting the water that's in the air? Like, how are they coming up with the moisture to use it? Body Slam. We're trying to take advantage of all of my moves rather than just relying on what always works. That's why I'm still trying to use in Body Slams when I can. Hey, welcome back. Just moving on to our, the next one in line until this thing runs out of power. Then we'll be moving in. Yeah, this is the longest one. I think the stretch between 50 and 60, from what I remember last time, I think it took about 2 or 3 days to finish up all my grinding. It shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I think we've taken a little bit longer in the blue version than we did for red. But that was strictly just because of grinding and more efficient stuff. I probably could have gotten a lot of things done if I'd streamed a little bit longer on one time or another. Should only be about 5,000 something left. 1,500, disregard. My math is all kinds of wrong. This music is so catchy, and I really want to, like, hum along to it, but I've realized if I do, it's going to get ID claimed, so I am not going to be humming along to it. Which I think is hilarious, that the music itself can just play, but God forbid I hum along to any of this. Oh shit. Thought I'd be able to take on everything, but guess Body Slam is not the option. There's occasionally going to be a Grimer with higher defense. But still, it's just Body Slam. It looks like the majority of Grimers were going down with the one hit. It's my last Body Slam anyway, so... 53. Only 7 more levels to go. Yeah, I think we're also at the point where my whole team, my whole team is capable of grinding in here continuously, as long as they don't get poisoned. Like, even if they're burned, that's fine, I can always switch out, but poisoned is something I don't mess with. I'll let it stick in them for a little bit, because I know that they can take it, because they've got pretty high HP thresholds, but if Uru gets poisoned, that's like a big no. There we are. Good old Mux. I knew you'd show your face at some point. No one can resist a dumbass. Yeah, good weekend. Getting more gifts. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to purchase a lot of my stuff digitally. I'm not going to brave all of the fucking Black Friday stuff. I'm sure it's not even that bad this year, but I just don't want to deal with people. I wonder if me getting sick was because we went out to a steak place yesterday and it was like packed, so I'm wondering if somebody in there was sick. Are you streaming on multiple platforms? Yes, that I am. I am streaming on, well, I kind of put Kick to the side. There's not enough interaction on it. As much as I'd love for that platform to be functional, unless you're doing something crazy, Kick doesn't work. But YouTube and Twitch are my main two platforms. Those are the two I mainly go ahead and do my stuff on. So yeah, if you hear me talking to one side or the other, but you don't see anything, it's probably me talking to YouTube or talking to Twitch on one of the two. Azanovox, the same all the way around, so if you ever want to check it out. I think most of my backlog catalog is on YouTube, so if you ever wanted to go ahead and check out the Arc series I did, or the no fast travel through the entirety of Elder Scrolls, that's on there as well. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed it and have a very deep appreciation for Daggerfall after playing through it. Daggerfall is probably my favorite. You should get the glitch Pokemon. I can't, even if I wanted to. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I couldn't do it even if I wanted to get it. Missing No, unfortunately, still counts as an encounter. And I have actually already gotten my encounter for Cinnabar. But yeah, I'm aware of it and everything. Also, I don't think it's that great. It has decently high special. The double, I think, Sky Attack or Aerial Ace or whatever it has on there, not exactly a great move. Its defense isn't too high. Plus the evolution into Kangaskhan is alright, but not phenomenal. The better option instead of the glitch Pokemon would have been surfing on the side and then getting an over-leveled Pokemon. Something over level 100 would have been good. I think this will be about the last of what it can do here. Let me see how much you have. 5,000, yeah. Won't be able to do much here. But yeah, it's possible. It's not like it's off the table. I could have gotten it, but I already have my encounter, which was I fished for a Star U because everybody kept saying Star U is the bee's knees, and I finally got one, and I looked at it, and I'm like, why the fuck do I want this thing? It wasn't that amazing. I think it wasn't bad, but it certainly wasn't, like, anything to write home about. Alright, let's switch out as much as I could continue with that. Alright, Drillbert, you're up. Also, hello and welcome. How are you doing today? Can it drill its way through? Oh, with a critical it can, but I don't know if it would drill its way through on a regular. I guess we're gonna find out, since all these mucks coming out of nowhere to greet the new Pokemon. Oh, okay, another critical. Sure. Another muck, another critical? Hmm? No. Yeah, Fearo's gonna be relatively quick as well. I felt that Fearow didn't have the same high XP threshold that some of the other things did, so it should be pretty quick. Also, Dylan, going back to your thing about multiple streaming platforms, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Twitch just opened up its policies recently for multi-streaming, because they want people to go ahead and still come to Twitch and everything, but it's still good because you level them up to 250. I mean, yeah, it can be good. I mean, the max cap, you can catch them at a pretty high level. But like even then, the Nuzlocke rules kind of stop me from doing a lot of that. I don't really get a choice as to what I get. I kind of just have to work with whatever comes up. Yeah, and unfortunately, you know what? Let's Fury Attack it. Okay, let's not Fury Attack it. Let's just fly at it. Yeah, Nuzlocke kind of just forces me to get what I get rather than pick and choose my stuff. So even if I were to go ahead and do the whole missing no steps and stuff and swim on the side of Cinnabar, it may not give it to me. So if I were to encounter something else, I'd have to pick whatever that thing is, regardless, so... I may try and double peck the Ponyta. They could Stomp or Ember, or any other thing. I'd like to go ahead and one-shot, but Drillbird is not a one-shot mon. It is here for its ability to go ahead and handle the grass types. Jesus Christ, why is it every time I try and Fury Attack, it just gets disabled? Or it just misses in general. Yeah, I've noticed my Fearow this time around is horribly inaccurate. My Fearow in red version was an absolute force of nature. But this one is a force of being unable to hit its target. Oh, I guess we could use Peck against the Vulpix. Because Peck isn't really strong otherwise. It's not going to one-shot anything. But at least I won't waste my Vulpix encounters. Alright, moment of truth. Time to give it the old Drill Peck. Okay, so it will not one-shot. Yeah, Fearow is not the force of nature it was in red version. I was hoping it would be, but it is just... It's getting slapped quite a few times. I wonder if I need to give it, like... Give it some attack boosts. I don't even remember. Its stats are okay. But I don't think its stats are anything too crazy. Yeah, 29 versus a lot of this. I remember the last one that I had. It gave up a lot of its defense, and its stats were mainly allocated to attack and speed. So this thing was like an absolute monster. With low defense and low special. But it looks like the defense took a little more of its points than last time. I mean, technically, I still have my encounter, for Mew. I could technically go get a Mew right now. I know where to catch one, and I know the steps to go ahead and get it into existence, which would make a really strong Pokemon, but I just feel like it's kind of against the spirit more than anything. It's not like it would be illegal. It's, I mean, I have legendaries still active, but okay, you got this. What happens when you finish the Pokedex? Will it give you a shiny charm? Well, in Generation 1, none of that actually exists, so... Generation 1, we don't have any of that kind of stuff. So Red, Blue, and Yellow, there's no held items. I believe when you finish the Pokedex in Red, Blue, and Yellow, I think they give you another Master Ball. Don't quote me on that, guys, but I'm pretty sure they give you another Master Ball for finishing the Pokedex in Generation 1. Which, at that point, it's kind of useless. Why would you need a Master Ball when you already have everything in the Pokédex done? I guess to go capture that one thing you've always wanted to capture, I suppose. Yeah, Drillbird's not going to waste it. I think Drillbird can just peck through the Vulpix rather than running. I may take a point of damage here or there, but... I'm wondering, can I peck through Grimers? Probably not. Negative, I cannot peck through a Grimer. And thank God that I didn't get poisoned for my stupidity. Yeah, so we'll just fly. I could Fury attack, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough. Fury attack sucks. It can be pretty good. It's not, like, the strongest, but when Fury Attack gets a critical, the critical applies across Fury Attack, and Fury Attack in Generation 1 is way stronger than it is in subsequent generations. Just like, let's see, Wrap, Bind, Fury Attack, Double Slap is really bad in these generations, but it's much stronger in future generations. Like, Fury Attack is pretty good, it's very inaccurate this time. But any critical, if the first hit criticals, all of it criticals, so Fury Attack does have a decent use. Generation 1's programming is so different than all the other future generations. It's really hard to compare what they do in the future to what they currently have. Love the basic look of Pokemon Red. Yeah, Red, Blue, and Yellow have a very iconic look to them. I wouldn't even say they're like my favorite looks and everything, but I really enjoy how simplistic everything was. I'm kind of mad because, like, my future knowledge, so I've only played Generation 1, 2, and 5, for anybody who's just tuning in. But my future knowledge of these generations really forced me to go ahead and play a very different way, because I was expecting things like Bite. I knew it was normal, but, like, my brain was like, this is definitely a dark move. Or something like, what's it called? Something like Karate Chop, which I was surprised out of my fucking mind that Karate Chop was not a fighting move. It's a normal move. And the fact that it mainly criticals, yeah, that was something. It's for Mew. The shiny charm? Yeah, I have no idea. As far as I remember, the only way to get Mew in the first 2 generations is glitching it into existence. Yeah, I don't honestly know if there is a legitimate way to get it. Because, you know, you need to finish your Pokédex in order to have Mew. Well, I guess it's that catch-22, but... Thought you got Mew by completing the Dex? Did you? Man, I thought you got a Master Ball by completing the Pokédex. Man, well... I have no clue. We'll go with the drill. You know what? We don't even have to... The beauty of not having to be... Of not being a kid without the internet anymore. What do you get for completing the Pokédex Gen 1? So, Pokédex completion rewards for every game. For Red, Blue, and Yellow. Generation 1, completing the Pokédex is simply remarkably difficult. It lacked many of the beneficial features, blah, blah, blah. If a trainer manages to capture all 151 minus Mew, which is not, they get an in-game diploma from Game Freak. While an unsubstantial award, it does imbue the player with a sense of accomplishment. In Yellow and a Game Boy print, with a Yellow version and a Game Boy printer, you can actually physically print out your thing. So you get nothing but the diploma. So everybody's wrong right now. No Master Balls, no Mews, no Shiny Charms, nothing. You get a piece of paper in-game that says, I did it. Alright, since we're on the subject, let's see. Completing Generation 2, you receive an in-game diploma similar to Gen 1. Still an uninspiring. It does... Yeah, you can also print it as well. So Generation 2, you also just get a diploma there. Generation 3 will receive 2 in-game diplomas from Game Freak. One for completing the regional decks, and another for the national decks. So you just get, in addition, Fire Leaf and Leaf Green... Fire Red and Leaf Green. Let's see. Upon acquiring these jewels, players must obtain exclusives. Must deliver 2 precious gems in Fire Red and Leaf Green, a ruby and a sapphire. Upon completing these jewels, granted Celio at the Pokemon Network. Doing so grants the ability to trade Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. The only reward for a considerable feat, thus making... Wow, so it looks like the in-game diplomas are the only things you really get from completing these dexes. That's it. Wow. I mean, it'd be cool if I had a Pokemon printer. That would be cool. The only way to get red, Mew and red, is to search... Yeah, I know the steps to go ahead and get it. It's just... I've left all of the things open to be able to get it. So should I need to go ahead and get Mew for any reason, I could get it. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. You need to use the Master Ball to catch Mew. I mean, you could technically catch it with anything other than a Master Ball. I mean, just like you can use any ball to go ahead and catch, like, any of the others, like Mewtwo and whatnot. I personally prefer Great Balls. The only time Ultra Balls beat a Great Ball is if a status effect is in play. At least in Generation 1, the statistics are just not great. So Ultra Balls are fine, but Great Balls are better, unless the Pokemon has a status effect. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Mew just counts as any other Pokemon. I don't know if it has a teleport ability, and that might be the reason why. Because if it has teleport, then, yeah, 100% you'd have to use a Master Ball to catch it right then and there. Do I have any healing items on me right now? Cup super potions. I'm gonna get rid of these anyway, so may as well heal them up. Yeah, I'm not very good at the pause section, so that's why I only have one chance at catching that Mew. I'm not very good at that pause section. So if I did decide to go for it and I fuck up the things that I need to go for it, then I'm not going to go for it anymore. Simple as that. If I screw up the steps, then Mew is out of the picture. But it's all right. I've got my good old Firo here. Dude can't seem to take out anything. Fury attack used to be strong enough with the last one that I had that I could just ham my way through, but it seems like this one is just not strong enough to do so. hits with 3, it's fine. If it hits with 2, that's when we start encountering problems. I guess I'm okay with the Vulpix. As long as I have a throwaway move for the Vulpix, they're not that bad. We'll just aim for the 3. So glad it didn't get fucking poisoned. Drillbert is just not good this time around. Well, I guess the Firo is not that good this time around. Drillbert was not a Rattata last time. Trying to go ahead and save my moves so I can stay out a little longer. I guess we'll draw Peck-it. Hello? Let me just reset the area real quick. There we go. Maybe I just was up here for too long. Thank God it didn't affect it. I'm tired of getting poisoned, Grandpa. Let's just pack it. Because if I would have flown, it just would have used the tail whip. Then I would have felt like, oh, why didn't I just peck it? But as soon as I peck, then it's going to use a stomp. Also, going back to, like, catching high-level Pokemon on Cinnabar, that's extremely dangerous. I mean, I still have my Master Ball, so I could technically capture something like that, but that is extremely dangerous to do in a Nuzlocke. Because going after something like that without a Master Ball would mean actually fighting these level over 100 Pokemon with my Weenie Hut Jr. team. Could lead to all kinds of problems. It missed. Nice. Hit for 3. No more flies, so it's pretty much Drill Peck. Drill Peck's gotta be my way to deal with any of the mid-levels. Hey, nice. I think we're making some pretty solid progress through these Pokemon this time. Nope, I still have to Fury in 3. Oh, here it is. I think this is where I get poisoned. Oh, disregard. The game must have been looking out for me. Oh, okay. Here it is. Oh no, what would I do if I critical this thing? Oh no. Well. Just keep pecking. Just keep pecking, just keep pecking, just keep pecking, pecking, pecking. What do? We peck, peck. Yeah, gotta go ahead and get it. Knock out the Spearow, knock out the heads, yeah. Hit up with the Drill Peck, put him on the ground, send him to Big Heck. I see a muck. Go ahead and give it the big old... Can't say that, this is the internet. Disable, but it failed. That's right. You're not gonna disable my Fearow. I feel like this could be a good club banger. Get some good bass in there. Alright. Drill Peck it is. Once we run out of Drill Pecks, that's it. It's over. We'll switch out to another Mon. Alright, next Pokemon, if it is not a Vulpix, means I'm gonna have to go ahead and switch, so... Yeah, with the only 2 Drill Pecks left, it won't be able to one-shot an evolved Pokemon here, so it'll have to 2-shot a Drill or a Muck or a Weezing, and then if I only have 1 left, there's no point in keeping it out because it's not going to be able to like take it down when I need to. Holy controller, what is going on? There it is. So this will be the last mon it gets. I'll have to go for the double Drill Pick unless it's a crit. Ooh, don't poison. Alright, switch that out. Decent nuts up front. This is probably the weakest of all of my Pokemon. I hate to say it, because it's really not. But it's not strong enough to be able to one-shot through these mucks the way I need it to. And it gets poisoned so fucking often. God damn it. Let's see how long until you can actually... Because if you're close, we're just gonna... Nope, you're not even close. Fuck. I forgot that I level up the Snorlax on the 2nd floor. Because he's such a doof. Ruins the flow every time. Damn it, Snorlax. The good news is, though, that I think he can headbutt through basically everything. So that means all of his moves are useful, compared to some of my other Pokemon, but... Can move boulders. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help it do its thing. How much do we even have to go on this thing? 5,009? This thing is going to be a pain to level. I think Snorlax and Gyarados were the two big real speed bumps that I had to get over. Funnily enough, if I remember, I think Fearow was the last thing that got leveled up. And I don't even think I went in with the fully leveled Fearow either. Okay, good. We got a Ponytail reset. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Pokemon, where you at? Alright, I'm gonna be back in just a moment. I'm gonna quickly make myself some coffee or set some up, so just stand by. Alright, I am back. Armed with drink and sandwich. I dislike so much that Snorlax cannot compete on the top level. Like, it's got really strong attack. It just doesn't have strong enough attack to one-shot yet. Right, first floor is a real pain for encounters. I forgot about that. Excuse me. I think Headbutt is our weakest move. Once it gets one more level, we'll try and move it back up to the next floor. See if it can handle the Pokemon then. Jesus Christ. That took far longer than it needed to. Okay, now after this one, we'll take it up to the next floor. See if it's able to go ahead and compete up there. Ugh. What a pain. I think most of the stuff, except for the evolved Pokemon, should be simple enough. We don't have any moves to waste on Vulpix, though. I think I can just body slam through this. Is it true when you finish the game you go and battle Professor Oak? It is not true. No, that is false. When you finish the Elite Four, in the original games, you go through the credits, blah blah blah, it rolls around, and then Professor Oak's like, hey, you did a good job. So, nope, that is not true. Neither is the Mew behind the truck, which I swore when I was a kid, that I definitely saw the Mew behind the truck, because on my yellow version file, I definitely have a Mew. Lord fucking knows how I got it, and I certainly didn't have Game Shark when I was a kid, or anything else like that back then. No Game Shark, no Game Genies. So, I don't know where I got that Mew, but I do have one on my yellow version. Or maybe that's the yellow version that got wiped. I've got two yellow versions, one I found out on the street, and the other that, an ex got really mad at me and decided to wipe my yellow version save file. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Probably not. Nope. That's a pretty fast Ponyta. I actually think most Ponytas are faster than this Snorlax. Yeah, we'll just Body Slam. We're gonna have to see if Body Slam is better than Strength. Because I'm wondering if Strength is falling upon a special. Let me see. I think Strength counts as a normal boost, so we'll have to check it really quick. Because if it counts as normal, then it should just be regular. Yeah, it's normal, so I don't know. Guess if I encounter another muck, we'll Body Slam it. $6,000? $4,000. A little faster than I was expecting. Will you do more Pokemon videos? I love watching you play Pokemon. I mean, yeah. So, if you are not aware, I am doing a Nuzlocke challenge. And the Nuzlocke that I am doing requires me to play through all 34 games, so there's gonna be nothing but Pokemon here for like the next year. Year plus, depending on how long. But after this, we're playing through Yellow version. After Yellow version, it's gonna be Gold, Silver, and Crystal. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Pokemon on the channel for a long time, just because of the challenge here. Have you ever done a Nuzlocke before? Or know what a Nuzlocke is? So it seems like Body Slam would be slightly better than Strength. What about Fire Red? Yup, Fire Red and Leaf Green are also on the list. Let me pull up my whole, my list here. So we'll be playing through, we've already played through Red, we're currently in Blue. We'll be playing, let's see, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, then Fire Red and Leaf Green, then Emeralds, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, and then Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun Moon, Ultra Sun Moon, Sword Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and then Scarlet and Violet. And I guess there's a blank here in my schedule for if there are any other further Pokemon releases that come out while I am in the middle of doing this challenge. Yeah, so we're going to be coming back to, I think, the Kanto generation another time after Yellow. So we'll have two, I think, Kanto 5 times, and then Sinnoh, I think, which is the second one, also 5 times. No, Johto is the second one. Sinnoh, I think, is the third one. I don't remember. They're all Pokemans. I guess Strength will be used over Body Slam. I think they will make Pokemon Black 3. I don't know. I have no idea. I doubt it, but I don't see them going backwards in time unless it is to make a remake of whatever the next generation is. Since they made what's it called? Ruby and Sapphire remakes. I'm willing to bet, and since they made Diamond and Pearl, they may make a Black and White remake of some sort. I mean, that's a possibility. You know, maybe they'll do something like Void Black and Luminous White or something like that. Or Abyssal Black and Luminous White. Just revisiting their heydays because they can't make new concepts. I'm not a very big fan of the company who makes Pokemon. They are an outdated company who doesn't understand their own franchise. Whose coding is terrible. So, I don't know if a Black 3 would be on the table, but I do think that a Black and White remake would probably be on the table at some point. What's my favorite Pokemon game? Oh, by far. I'd probably... I don't know, it's really weird. I think Arceus is really fun. I quite enjoyed the way that, Legends Arceus played. I personally think that Black and White is probably the greatest generation. It introduced a lot of cool Pokemon. It introduced a lot of different things you can capture. A lot of concepts. I think Black and White is what I consider the, like, pinnacle of the Pokemans. But yeah, I don't know, Pokemon Conquest, if we're gonna get real out there, I really like tactics games, so Pokemon Conquest is pretty cool. Yes, I think Snap was okay, but I think that's just my nostalgia of being a kid, of when I was a kid playing that, talking. So I'd say Black and White is probably my favorite mainline game, and Pokemon Conquest or Pokemon Dungeons. Any one of those dungeons are probably my favorites. What about yourself? What is your favorite Pokemon game? Your Pokemon. And what's your favorite Pokemon, if you have one? I think, like, most of my regulars know that if I was to be a Pokemon trainer, I would probably have to stick with water types. I just think there are so many vast water-type Pokemon out there that you can do all kinds of stuff with them. And some of my favorite Pokemon in the series are water types. Not that they would be my preferred typing, but they just so happen to be water types. Get out of the way, Vulpix. Pokemon Moon? Alright. Yeah, I've never played Moon. I always thought that that Pokemon Sun and Moon was a little weird. I don't know why, but I just never liked the idea of Pokemon Sun and Moon. But, I mean, I'm gonna get the chance to play it for my first time, so who knows, maybe my opinion will change. I didn't like a lot of the designs that came out from that era, I think is what it was. Alright, how many more moves do you have left? You should only have... Well, you've got Body Slam, and then you've got Double Edge, so let's see how that's gonna go. Because Double Edge is not a move that I really want to use. I mean, I guess we will just Double Edge here. And Pokemon Red? Alright, interesting. I think Red version, a lot of people have fond memories of Red, or really like Red, or Fire Red, because I think Red and Fire Red are very different games. Even though Fire Red is a remake, it just doesn't have the same feel as the original, so... Ooh, please don't poison. Son of a hooter. That was the exact... Oh, hold on. I've got an antidote. I think it's my last one, too. Alright. Switch this out. I guess let's finish off Uwu, finally. Been sitting on him for so long. He should be easily able to handle everything that comes up. I mean, I could take this thing all the way to, like, level 65 or whatever, and I think it would be fine. It wouldn't even be that hard, but... Confusion, my absolute weakest move, should just take out everything. Maybe even a Psybeam on the Mux, but that's about it. I don't really have to use Psychic. Should play Biomutant. I have played Biomutant. I think it's pretty cool. Not as great as I was expecting it to be. In terms of, like, getting time to play other stuff, I usually don't get the option to play a lot of stuff. I don't have too much spare time. So I wake up at 4 in the morning for my job, go do that, come home, get maybe a little bit of time to myself, jump on the stream, finish up the stream, maybe get a little bit of time to myself, wrap up, maybe make dinner, finish up anything that I need to do, then go to bed and, like, rinse and repeat. And when the weekend rolls around, I take a little bit of time to sleep in because I never really get to. Go do my stream, which I try and do it earlier than I normally do during the weekdays. And then I have a little bit of free time to, like, go play Ark or whatever else I'd like to play. In terms of streaming a game, I don't know if I'd ever get the chance to really stream, and I usually only stick with one game at a time, just because of how time-consuming doing this and trying to play other games and stuff are. So if I'm gonna be playing games, it's usually gonna be games that I play during stream time. So if I was to play anything else, then I would probably just stream it. Because I've got dedicated time to play video games, and that's it. Ooh, it was gonna be the first one to hit 60, and it's so simple. Right there. There it is, level 60. There's our mark. But that does save. That saves me one rare candy. Let's see how much it would take to get a level up. 11,000? Yeah, not too bad though. But that saves me one rare candy to be used for something else. Yeah, I get a lot of game suggestions from a lot of people, and I really wish that I could or had the time to go ahead and play all these games for people, but I just don't. I really don't have the time to play all the games that people would want to see me play. Alright, what are we looking at here? 4,006. I can just ice beam that thing down. Let's hydro pump it first. try body slamming. I don't know if it'll go all the way through, but yes! Does have enough strength to body slam it now. Why Biomutant? That's such an interesting suggestion. Most of the time, I rarely hear the name Biomutant come up anymore. Do you like Biomutant? Have I played Pokemon Lost Silver? I have not. If there are any mods or anything out there, I have not played them. Yeah, so I haven't played any of the really cool, like, any of the really cool Pokemon mods that there are out there. I actually really think, playing a Pokemon randomizer would be fun. But, you know, while I'm stuck in this challenge, I am pretty much locked into what I am doing. I think there are some super cool mods out there. Yeah, Biomutant was pretty alright. I'm sad that it didn't live up to the expectations, and do what it kind of it set out to do, because it was a decent game, and I feel like it had a lot of potential to be better than it was. Let's just surf it. Alright, what have we got now? 9, 10. Ugh. Ugh. This is the worst. We'll just surf it. It's decent XP, just not the greatest. So what's your favorite Pokemon? I know there's like a ton to choose from these days. No, Vulpix. Please go. You're not invited to this party, Vulpix. Just body slam it. At the rate, let me run some quick math. The rate we are going, most likely it'll be that we accomplish everything by tomorrow and then knock out the Elite Four. That is my guess. Let's go for the Ice Beam rather than the other. Come on. Come on. Pokemon, where you at? Pokemon. Gotta knock 'em. Oju. They're located in a 2x2. Yeah, it seems they seem to be, like, only in those very specific locations, which is weird. No, Vulpix. I don't want you. Just run from it. Trying to run the numbers on these Vulpixes, and they really mess it all up, because, like, I want to go ahead and take them on, but I also don't want to waste the Pokemon power fighting them or whatever. They're not worth it. I should be able to body slam this. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Come on. I thought a coughing would be easy enough to take down. Since I'm gonna have to go ahead and get its poison out anyway, may as well start using all my moves on it. Just surf on it, get it out of the way. Let's go down and come back up. Yeah, we can body slam it, I think. It's losing HP, but trying to get it a level. How much do we have to go until you have a level, so I know how much I can push you? 2,525. In the year 2525, if man is still alive. Gotta beat up everything, because it's clearly not gonna make it all the way through, so... Gotta take every little encounter that I can get for it. What do we have left? We should have surfs and ice beams. We'll have to go with just... Let's go with surf. Surf for everything, ice beam for the bigger shit. I think once it hits around 100, that's when we'll head out of the, Or if it gets another level, we'll also head out, too. Yeah, I think that's my sign there. Since it's poisoned already, low on attacks, we'll just take it out to go get it healed. And then switch it up. Alright, next up is... I guess D's Nuts is back up because it just seems to be the lowest level of all the Pokemon constantly. Probably because it gets poisoned all the damn time, because it has no way to resist any of that stuff. It's just the Snorlax, what is it gonna do? Mew gave birth, we named the newborn Mewtwo. Which I think is funny because, like, that's not the... Well, that's not really the origin story because it's a clone. It's not like it gave birth. But they make it sound like it gave birth. Hey, what do you know? A Weezing. That's pretty rare. It's a solid 1000 XP right there. Do I like Undertale? I love Undertale. I think Undertale is quite... I hate to say it's underrated, because it's not an underrated game. Not in any capacity. But it is a game that I feel like... It gets a lot of recognition, but it gets the wrong kind of recognition. Undertale is a game that is very hard to really categorize, in my opinion. I think it is a game that pretty much anybody could learn to play, or anybody could just enjoy. I don't know, I like Undertale quite a bit. I think sometimes the fan base can be a little bit rabid, and God forbid you say anything about Undertale that they don't like. Prepare to lose whatever limb you have. But, yeah, I think Undertale's pretty cool. I like the music more than anything else. I am a very big fan of musical compositions, and Undertale has some really great music. Oh, right, I need to use strength over body slam. Body slam's stronger. Yeah, my favorite video game of all time is gonna be some very unheard of, a very unheard of DS game called The World Ends With You. By far, my favorite video game of all time. It had a significant impact in my life. If you say that Sans isn't the bestest character of all time, prepare to have your knees broken. Welcome, SRB. Welcome back. You came in at the perfect time. just in time to go ahead and pull that one-liner off. Ooh, Jesus. That hurt. I will say, Sans is an alright character, but here's the thing. Sans is a little too... He's a little too meta for my likes. like, he's built up...
As a former Sans fangirl, he's extremely overrated.
You think so? It's, like, he's very, very meta, and he plays into the... Your hair's getting long. I like it. It looks nice. You look like a Pokemon trainer.
I thought you were gonna look like a Pokemon, I'm like, what?
You look like you're about to go ahead and teach your students the best way to go ahead and use berries as tactical advantage.
This is the stuff I got yesterday.
That's super cute.
The picture sleeve.
Super cute. Yeah, you definitely look like you're about to go ahead and take away some points from Gryffindor, though. It looks cute, I promise, it looks cute. Yeah, Undertale is good. There's no way you can say that Undertale is bad. Like, I can understand that there are bad elements to it, and there are things that people don't like, but saying Undertale is bad is just wrong. Like, it's not even a matter of opinion. Undertale is, at minimum, Undertale is a very mediocre game, at the very minimum. There's nothing bad about the game. It's a good game. It gives you options. It gave you the ability to make decisions that we haven't had in a while, and it gave you actually some freedom to play the game that you wanted to. And then the way that the game memorizes a lot of your stuff, so when you go out and play the game again, a lot of people tend to go ahead and go like pacifist and then genocide routes and stuff, but you'd have to play pacifist in order to... You'd really have to play the game 4 times through in order to truly experience the game, I think. The thing with Sans is that at this point, he's been overdone. We know he's gonna give you a bad time. I go do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah? Yeah? The problem is, like, with the whole way that people treat it, with the extended Underverse and all of that, it's like, it's really hard to go ahead and... It's hard to take it seriously. Thank you, hun. It's hard to take it seriously when people are consistently adding on and people are consistently making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I mean, yeah, cool, that's great. And I think it's awesome that fans go ahead and do that and continue to expand the universe. But I mean, at what point does it stop growing? Because if it's infinite and if anybody can do anything they want and if it'll just continue to grow forever and ever, it kind of kills the verse for me. Everything has an ending, and everything should have an ending there. Every franchise should have an end of a story. Every character should have their death somewhere way off in the future, even if it's not anytime close. But there should be an ending. But the problem is that I feel like the Undertale fandom has taken their game and made it infinite. And once it's been made infinite, it's pointless. If you're God damn it. If your game and your fandom is just so prevalent that nothing can ever beat it, then why even compare? Why watch anything else? Why compare it to anything else? Why enjoy anything else? You could just shove everything you have already into Undertale. Tell that to the MCU? Yeah, that's true. That's true. DC and Marvel comics are also the same way. But keep in mind that a lot of the MCU and DC characters, they've died. They've died many times, and the iterations that we see... Cheeseburger Ashy Grookey. Hello and welcome. How are you doing today? A lot of times when you're seeing these characters in these franchises, a lot of them have died over the years, or been reborn, or being rewritten, or new aspects. Huh? What? Revamped. But yeah, I mean, I can understand. It suffers from the same problem. The MCU suffers from the same problem that that Undertale does. It's gone infinite, and once you've gone infinite, it's very hard to go ahead and keep everyone engaged when the solution to everything is 1 page to 1,000 pages. Is this random? Negative. It is not random. So we are currently in blue version. We've already passed through red. Once I finish through this, we'll be making our way into yellow. So I guess I should fill you in on the whole Thanos lock and how it works. So we are going through the entirety of the mainline games, with the Nuzlocke rules. The reason it's called the Thanos lock is because doing what I am attempting it was a theory craft called the Pokemon Gauntlet. I don't think anyone's completed it either. I say that really not knowing if anyone has. You're doing a Nuzlocke and Pokemon Shield. Name yourself Failure? Oh no! Hey, look, if you're already named Failure, all you've got to do is, you can only go up from there, right? So this is my first ever Nuzlocke. So if I seem a little out of not knowing what the hell to do, that's because it's my first time really ever doing one. But it's got your basic Nuzlocke rules, with the only amendments being the duplicate rule, and my personal amendment. Quick, say 3 random words. Train station. Handkerchief. Platypus. What starter should you pick? In Sword and Shield, man, I have no clue. I have no idea whatsoever. I have only played Generations 1, 2, and 5. So I know nothing about Sword and Shield. That is so far in the future. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know what the starters are for that generation. Which is funny because I'm gonna have to learn it because I'm gonna get there eventually. Thanks, just felt it would be funny. Man, I thought you needed it for something. Thought I was helping you type in your password. Which kind of it reminds me, every time somebody mentions passwords, I always think of an old commercial that I saw where they were talking about, it was like way back in the heyday of the internet, like Netscape era days, and this guy was talking about, I can say anything. Oh, the teleprompter will repeat whatever I say, and then he's like, karate explosion! And that was like the commercial. And it was like trying to get people to sign up for, oh, what was it? What was it? Oh, I can't even remember. Grookey, Sobble, or Scorbunny? You want to go Sobble? Sobble. Sobble is your answer there. But yeah, so the Thanos lock requires me to go through all 34 games of Nuzlocke. If I end up failing at any point in it, I have to restart the entire gauntlet from the beginning again. There's no restarting on whatever game or generation I am at. I have to do the whole thing from the beginning. Yep, that's pretty much the reason no one has attempted it, because it is god-awful. Name it James. You have to name it Rolf. That way when you're doing it, you can scream at the top of your lungs, I am the son of a shepherd! Don't mind me. My throat does feel a little bit better. It was hurting this morning. I don't know where that came from, but... I mean, it still hurts a little bit to swallow, but it doesn't feel as sore as it did earlier. James Bond reference. If you would have said, we're in a Pokemon stream and you're like, name it James or I'm suing, I'm not sure that James would have been referred to as James Bond. Can you spell in chat? Rolf? R-O... What is it? What is Rolf? Oh no! Oh no! I feel old now! We've passed into a generation where Ed, Ed, and Eddie is not a major cultural thing. Rolf is from a show called Ed, Ed, and Eddie. He is, as he says, a son of a shepherd. He's actually voiced by the same person who does the English voice of Goku. But he's like, Ed boy! You know, you may have probably heard him say that at least. But yeah, he is just a kid who lives in the cul-de-sac that comes from some foreign country that they never tell you what country he actually comes from. And they leave it as ambiguous as they can, so that way, you know, they can do whatever they want with him and be like, it's part of his country. But yeah. It is, R-O-L-P-H, Rolf. Like Ralph, but with an O. Rolf was by far the best character in Ed, Ed, and Eddie. No doubt. He was a very well-designed character. Alright, let's switch it up. D's Nuts is just a pain to level. Or maybe I should just keep leveling with D's Nuts because he's such a pain to level. Get him knocked out so I can work on the other ones. The ones that are actually easy and fun to work with. Can I sing the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny? Wow. Man, I probably could if I remembered the words. Let's see. I know it's a do 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 do. Old Godzilla was a hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman burst from the shade. Something 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 with a bat grenade.
I would look it up and not butcher it.
Not butcher it, just look it up. I probably could. Look, give me a day to go relearn it, and yes, I can do it. Give me a day to relearn it, but yeah, I will go ahead and do that. Oh shit, I can straight through it in one go? Fuck yeah. Oh, was that the level 38 one? Oh, it was a level 41. Perfect. That means I should be able to handle just about everything that comes up now. Tomorrow, I'll ask you to sing it. Alright, sounds good. Be prepared, Ed boy. This song is a banger. I'm sure this would actually be good dark wave music. Have a whole bunch of goths standing around in the club just moving their shoulders a bit, moving their bodies a little, shrugging about, dancing gothily. Perfect. Now that it can take on all the stuff, it should be fairly easy from here on to get its levels, now that it can take out everything in one go. All this preparation for a battle that's gonna take like 15 to 20 minutes. It's hilarious the amount of prep time that goes into just fighting the Elite Four. Yeah, we'll leave the What? Are you serious? You son of a bitch. Level 38 one didn't go down, but all the level 40 ones did. I guess it guaranteed needs one more level to be able to take it out. Dumb. I will say, in, like, the amount of time we've put into this, which, roughly 2 hours and 30 minutes so far, pretty solid. Pretty solid. I think I can take it out with a headbutt. Yeah. Everything can be taken out with a headbutt right now, as long as it's not a muck or a wheezing. Wouldn't it be nice when in Gen 6 you get the XP share? You won't have to grind so much. There is an XP share in Generation 1. It's a thing, but the problem is that, you have to go ahead and have, you have to have 60 captured Pokemon in order to get the XP share in this game. So, it's a thing. It's there. But I can't exactly use it because the Nuzlocke makes it very difficult to use it. Since I can't exactly go capture all of 60 Pokemon. Get out of here, Vulpix. Everything just gets the headbutts. When we get to 59, that's all we need to do. 59 is all we need to stop at. So technically 4 more levels. We'll just rare candy the last level. Maybe I should start making, like... Maybe I should start taking the Amelie route. And just start doing my own song covers and stuff. Come up with my own music as my little dog. Have little backup dog dancers. That just do, like, spins and, like, move their heads around and, like, lift their legs and such. Oh no, don't use a headbutt! Oh no! What a wasted headbutt. For 300 XP. Get out of here, Vulpix. Oh man, how much more would we got on this guy? 1004 for another level. Then 3 more levels after that. More Grimers. It's fine by me. Double edge this Grimer. See how much damage I take. Quite a bit of damage just to double edge on that Grimer. Ugh. That's not fun. Trying to learn Hyper Beam. Yes. Make room for Hyper Beam, double edge. Now we have a guaranteed way to deal with the big boys. Let's see how much... I thought it was 58, but 56 is much better. 11,000. Ugh. Yep. I'm glad that you guys have taken to the whole fucking hyper beam so well. You know, that I just pulled that line out of my ass, but it seems to be like the most recognizable thing. It's got that old feel. That old anime ultra weapon feel. That brings a genuine smile to my face that you guys, like, actually enjoy that whole hyper beam line. Although I'm looking for a Pokemon to pull it out so I can go ahead and use it, but doesn't seem like anybody wants to show up now that I've got it. They're all like, shit, I don't want to get hit by that. Jim, you there? Hey Jim, we got a cleanup over here. If you make merch, you have to use the hyper beam. It needs to be on it. That would be pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, I think the first piece of merch, if I ever get it out, is going to be just 3D printouts of the dog itself. Or maybe stickers. Because I have access to both of those files, so I can actually make 3D prints of my dog, and I have access to the sticker file from the artist I contracted. Here we go! Here we go! It's time! It's time! Hyper Beam! I fucking love that line. Oh, man. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to, like, use Hyper Beam without using that.
You need to get an animation done for your dog. Not
yeah.
Like an animation, but say you can model like stream like in
just the fucking Hyper Beam. give him the Shin Godzilla Hyper Beam. Just.
No, the I'm firing the laser.
Oh.
That one. Like,
that would be pretty funny. And thus, Muck was no more. The pile of ash that was Muck lay gently on the floor, reminiscing. Oh, there it is! Here it comes! You guys know what time it is. Hyper Beam! Welp. Happens. Listen! Alright. So you're gonna be off late today.
I cooked for the last one. It depends on how busy it is.
Okay.
And while the classes are fairly low.
Yeah, probably after this, I'm gonna take a nap.
I don't know why I couldn't wake up today.
Huh?
I don't know why I couldn't wake up today.
I don't know. No idea. I tried to get you up to be like, hey, the dog wasn't going, and she wasn't. But you were like, fuck the dog. I know you didn't say that, but you were like, dog, leave me alone. I know, but she kept coming back to you. She wanted you to take her out, not me. That wasn't a me trying to get out of taking the dog out. That was a genuine, the dog wants you to come with her. Hyper! Bee! I had like an air bubble caught in my throat while I was trying to hyper beam, and so it was like...
Oh, was it your second puberty?
no, I wasn't going through second puberty. No, my balls were not going to my ankles today. Honestly, if I were to batten down the hatches, I could probably get everybody ready. But I think I would like to split this up, finish out the training arc tomorrow, and then go ahead and finish out the Elite Four, so we'll have a fresh start. Yeah, I think we can still body slam through a lot of this stuff, so shouldn't be too bad. 7,000. 5,000. Okay. Yeah, Snorlax I think is the hardest to level up. No, I think Gyarados is the hardest to level up. I think Snorlax comes by a close second. Alright, no more hyper beams. I feel like if I have to use hyper beam more than like twice in a row, I feel like it kind of loses its thing. Have a good day. Have a good eye, mate. The... Hyper beam! What? I probably will. I mean, listen, I only have 5 hyper beams to work with, okay? It's not like I'm gonna be, like, screaming hyper beam at the top of my lungs every time. She really misses you. She wanted to be with you so bad today. She was laying next to you. She wanted to be, like, acknowledged. Alright. Think we are... one more strength, and then we'll leave another strength just in case the hyper beams are out. And no more body slams or anything. Man, if we don't stop seeing all these damn Grimers, though, I need nothing but Mucks. Any Grimers, give me your evolution, boys. Alright, so we are closing in, I think, level 58. If I had one more rare candy, I think it would be perfect. Which, I think there is another rare candy on the way, in Victory Road, so it may be worth getting. Or maybe there was a rare candy in Seafoam that I need to go grab. Okay, we should be really close to it. Every time I look at these Grimer, they look like they're being held up at gunpoint. Alright, let's make our way down to the front entrance here. Should be able to get our last boys here. Should be able to get our last boy here. Last encounter, please. Hello? Ponyta? Ponyta. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and call it here for today. We'll be back again tomorrow. I think we did a pretty damn splendid job looking at all our Pokemon and stuff like this. 57, 55, 160, 54, and 55. So we should be able to knock all of these out, I think, tomorrow, and then go slap the Elite Four. So, at least that's the plan anyway. Yeah, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. We'll go ahead and see you again tomorrow. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow. All of that good stuff helps the channel grow. And for all of you returning viewers, thank you once again for taking the time out of your day to come see me. Yeah, you guys have a fantastic night, a fantastic day, have a good weekend, and until I see you again, stay golden.